All right, so let's start with some news that is coming in from Afghanistan, where the preliminary results of the presidential polls are now finally out, and Afghanistan's incumbent, President Ashraf Ghani, is on track of winning a second term. Now, the election officials have announced that he has scored a majority in the presidential polls, and according to the Independent Election Commission, Ashraf Ghani has managed to just over get off the halfway mark. He's managed to secure 50.64% of the votes in the election that was held on the 28th of September. His main rival, Abdullah, has managed to secure about 39.52% of the votes that were cast. Candidates have the opportunity to lodge any complaints before a final result is published. Now, for more on this, we are joined in by my colleague Anas Malik, who is getting us more on this. So, Anas, this is a preliminary result that's now been published, which states that Ashraf Ghani, the incumbent, has managed to get just a little over 50% of the votes cast, but there's a huge controversy surrounding it because the results have been delayed for well over 2 months.
Absolutely, Saleh. This is a preliminary result coming in of the phase 1, but I don't think so that things would be going towards phase 2 because out of the 1.8 million votes that were polled, Ashraf Ghani has managed to secure about 50.64%. 923,000 votes have been secured by Ashraf Ghani, and then about 720,000 votes have been secured by the runner-up Abdullah. Now, on 28th of September were the Afghan presidential polls that were held. Then we saw a lot of delay in the announcement of results. We saw a lot of protests coming in as well, precisely from the Abdullah camp, who had said that they would be refusing to accept any such announcement of the results or any unilateral announcement of the results because they said that there's a lot of ambiguity, and rightly so, because initially when the elections were held, it was said that about 3.7 million votes were polled, but after the scrutiny, the Independent Election Commission of Afghanistan has announced that about only 1.8 million votes could be verified. A lot of a big difference, by and large, is the fact that whether the opposition parties would be accepting this result or not. We have seen in the past that Abdullah has refused, has clearly made it clear that he would not be accepting any such results. Now, Ashraf Ghani has managed to secure a second term. In about 5 hours from now, local time 5 p.m. in Kabul, he would be addressing this conference. He would be addressing the nation rather, and he would be laying out his plan. But by and large, today, after much delay of about 2.5 months, we're seeing the announcement of the delays of the results of the Afghan presidential polls that took place on the 28th of September. Yes,
absolutely, indeed. Now, his main rival, Abdullah, even in the polls that were held the last time round, there was a bitter controversy that broke out, and there was a compromise formula that was arrived at, through which Abdullah was made the chief executive in the country. Are we looking at any possibility like that, Anas, at this point of time, that the two leaders could again come on a compromise, or are we looking at political uncertainty continuing in Afghanistan?
Well, Saleh, it's a bit too early to speculate regarding to the formation of a national unity government or the NUG. We've seen in the past as well that in the last presidential poll that were held in 2014, we saw a similar situation where Abdullah had been claiming victory, and then it was announced that it was declared that Ashraf Ghani had been declared the winner. And then Abdullah had refused to announce, so that is where the US came into the provision, and then they sat down and made Abdullah the chief executive. It was again the first time, because Afghan constitution does not have a provision of chief executive. There is a very common saying is that Afghanistan is a land of possibilities when it comes to politics. So there would be speculations, rather rise speculations, because we've seen the U.S. ambassador to Kabul recently meeting, and then the NATO rep as well, the NATO civilian rep as well, having meetings with Abdullah, trying to sort of convince or rather convey that to him that he needs to accept those results. So it's a bit too early to speculate whether the formation of NUG is on the cards, but definitely that cannot be ruled out for the time being. Yes, Ali.
All right, we'll have to leave there. Thank you very much indeed, Anas, for joining us and getting us all those updates in terms of what is happening in Afghanistan. The political uncertainty, it remains to be seen whether it will now come to a halt after the preliminary declaration of results, which puts Ashraf Ghani back in pole position to return as the president. Will there be another unity government? Will there be a compromise struck? All of this is something that still hangs up in the air. But at this point of time, well over 2.5 months after the polls were held, there is now a preliminary result of the election that has now been declared in what has been an extremely controversial election in Afghanistan.